Welcome back to another Hoosier Adventures. In this episode, we're going to be checking out the Coronado community in Southern California. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar with geography, it's right across San Diego Bay from downtown San Diego. Here I am on the ferry on my way over. If you want some more details on the ferry, as well as some more footage of the ferry trip, you can check out my last video. The ferry ride costs $5 one way, which ends up being a really good value. You basically get an unguided tour of San Diego Bay. So I really recommend, if you are going to go to Coronado, to take the ferry. Your other option is to go across this bridge here that's in the foreground. I don't really remember how long the ferry trip is, but I think it's less than 20 minutes. And you can catch the ferry from two different places, either the Broadway Pier or the San Diego Convention Center. And both of those will take you here, which is the landing at Coronado. Coronado is technically an isthmus, not an island, but very often I've heard it referred to as Coronado Island. And probably through this video, I'll slip up and refer to it as Coronado Island. Coronado has at least two different downtown areas. I walked through them on my way to the ocean. So here's the backside, or I guess you'd say the front side maybe, of the Hotel del Coronado. And here we are at the beach. To get to the beach from the ferry landing, you have to walk across the island. I'm sure there's a bus, or you could Uber, or you could do all kinds of stuff. I just walked. It ends up being about 2 miles one way, so it's not too bad of a walk. And the community is really, really nice. Here you see some bungalows that you can rent out from the Hotel del Coronado, as well as just some beautiful San Diego weather. I was here at the end of December. Everything was decorated real nice for Christmas, but the weather was amazing. It was the low 70s. Who knows how much these bungalows cost to rent out? When I was on Coronado, I found myself thinking about the zoning laws that must be in place to keep the community looking the way it does, because this beachfront property here would probably be high-rised in most cases, have high-rise developments along it. In the case of Coronado, it's basically mansions line the street, and then here you have these uh, sort of bungalows that you can rent out from the Hotel del Coronado. Eventually, at the end of the video, I'm going to go stick my hands in the Pacific. FYI, if you're not familiar with how oceans work, like I am not familiar how oceans work, uh, the Pacific Ocean is actually rather cold year round. So before I came to San Diego for the first time, I'd never been to the Pacific Ocean. And my prior experiences with oceans were going to the Atlantic Ocean, which during the summer it's really warm. You go swimming, and even if the weather was this nice, I mean, you could maybe dip in the water. Whereas San Diego, the first time I ever came here was in the middle of July, and I figured it would be really warm. I'd go swimming, and the water was too cold. Here you see this really, really cool spire of the hotel, which is truly iconic. You can see it from different points of the island. A lot of the San Diego sort of tourist knickknacks that you can buy have it on there as well. Here's an ice skating rink, which I was amazed by. You could go ice skating. Again, it was the low 70s, so they somehow managed to keep that ice skating rink open and cool enough to function, which is kind of cool. At the hotel, there's a whole bunch of different bars and restaurants, and there's an ice cream shop as well, too. So if you got a sweet tooth like me, you got to check that out. I just walked up to the hotel, was randomly walking around. Nobody really bugged me, although there were a lot of security. There was some kind of event that they were getting ready to host, and I'm not sure what it was, but it was going to be big. And I have some footage of the ballroom slash event room that is really cool on here that they were setting up for whatever event it was. Here's some great footage of the hotel. Again, always love that beautiful San Diego weather. One of the best things about my trip was that the hotel was all decorated for Christmas, so I got to see it. This is walking through the front door into the main lobby. I love the architecture of this. I'm not sure when the hotel was built, but it definitely gives off the early 1900s vibe. Here you see this amazing Christmas tree, but what I'm really walking to is, and this is an odd point of interest, but I'm walking to the elevator right now. And it has this really cool sort of caged, old-timey elevator. It reminds me of the elevators from Titanic, if you've seen Titanic. And that's it right there in front of us. Really cool. Definitely wanted to get footage of that. Because I've been to this hotel before. Actually was fortunate enough to stay a night in this hotel once, which was amazing. I don't feel like I need to do it again, but I'll definitely come back and visit. Heading into the gift shop. This is the event space I was talking about. And again, they're setting up for some kind of large event. I'm not really sure what. Probably a Christmas party of some type. Now, the hotel complex is huge, and I did kind of get lost and turned around a little bit. This is not sort of a public area. I just kind of wandered into it. This is surrounded on all four sides by different hotel rooms. I was not the only one to get lost. I met some other people who were also lost as well. Again, the hotel has several bars and restaurants. I actually sat out here on this beachfront pavilion and had a beer. It's a good way to spend an afternoon, obviously. Now I'm going to take you down to the beach, and we're going to check out some sandcastles. So somebody had built these two amazing sandcastles. One's for Hanukkah, and the other one is for Christmas. And definitely had to get some footage of those. Thought they were really cool. I'm not sure how long it had been there. When I was there and looking at this, no one was around working on them. They were already complete and had been left. So now I'm going to walk down to the Pacific Ocean and put my hand in. So the weather is really warm, nice, don't even need a jacket into December here. And then I'm going to go plunge my hand in and realize how cold it is. The beach is amazing. You definitely got to go to Coronado to go to the beach. It's a real nice experience. There's our look back at the hotel. And there we go. That's all I needed. Checking out Coronado is a must. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it encourages you. This is the end of my San Diego set of videos that I've posted. Like, comment, and subscribe. And hope to have you back for more episodes of Hoosier Adventures.